Hello friends, and today we are going to be practicing addition by joining. The cub. Remember, the cub lets us know what we're going to be learning and what your job is going to be for today. So listen carefully. Students will know the meaning of addition. Students will understand how to join two sets of objects together when practicing addition. And students will be able to model the action of joining together to represent addition. Okay. All right, now repeat after me. My job is to model the action of joining together to represent addition. Good job. All right, so let's go over our vocabulary. Our first vocabulary word is join. Can you say join? And we've talked about that before. What does join mean? To do what? To put together. Good job. And then we have add or addition. Can you say that? Add or addition. And that means to put two or more quantities together. Okay, so if you look at the picture, first there were two pieces of candy. That's one quantity. Plus one piece of candy here, that's another quantity, equals 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then last but not least, we have number sentence. Can you say number sentence? Okay. A number sentence is a sentence that has numbers and math symbols. So in this case, the numbers in this number sentence are 3, 2, and 5. And the math symbols in this number sentence is a plus sign and an equal sign, sorry. And sometimes it won't always be a plus sign. You can also use a minus sign here as well. Okay, so we're going to practice joining sets of objects together using bugs. Okay, so the book that we're going to be reading is Catching Bugs. So you should have received this book in your materials. If not, you could just follow along. Okay, so repeat after me. The title is Catching Bugs. What's the title? Catching Bugs. Good job. Okay. Now, if you notice, we are going to be using the jar of bugs. Okay. So if you notice, there are two quantities. Okay. This is a quantity in this jar, and this is another quantity in this jar. Okay. Now, what we're going to be doing, like our cub said, we're going to be practicing the action of joining when doing addition. Okay. So first we're going to start with the first quantity, which is how many. How many is in this jar? There's 1. Okay. Now we're going to look at the next quantity. Okay. So let's count how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So two quantities that we're going to join together is 1 and 6. Now, if we want to use our symbol, we would say 1 plus 6. Okay. Now that we have both of our quantities, we are going to join them together. Okay. Now, when we join them together, we're taking both quantities and putting it together. So when we put all of both quantities together, that means we're going to count all of the objects that we have, which are bugs. So let's count to see how many there are when we are joining 1 and 6 together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we have 7. So if we have 1 and 6 and we join 1 and 6 together, we get 7. And when we use our symbol, we can say 1 plus 6 equals 7. Okay. All right. So let's read and figure out when we practice joining, okay, what will we get? So let's read. How many in all? Okay. So first we're going to look at our first quantity, okay, which is how many? Let's count. 1, 2. Our first quantity is 2. Let's count how many we have in our next quantity. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our next quantity is 5. Okay. Now we're going to join both quantities together. So we're going to count them all together. Ready? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many do we have in all? 7. Good job. So if we have 2 and 5 and we join those two numbers together, how many do we have? 7. Awesome. Let's do the next one. Let's read how many in all. Okay, so let's count our first quantity. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So our first quantity is 3. Okay. Let's count our second quantity. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So our second quantity is what? 4. Awesome. So now we're going to join 3 and 4 together. Let's count how many we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when we join 3 and 4 together, we get what? 7. Okay, and if we use our symbol, we would say 3 plus 4 equals 7. All right, now this one I want you to pause the video and practice with someone at home, or you can practice it if you're at school with your teacher to see if we get the correct answer. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you all can figure it out. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so let's count our first quantity. Ready? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our first quantity has how many? 6. Good job. Okay, let's count our second quantity. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So we have 6 and 3. Now we're going to join our bugs together. We're going to join 6 and 3 together. Let's do that and count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we have 6 and we join 6 with 3, how many bugs do we have? 9. Good job. All right, so now you're going to practice addition by joining in your Nearpod activity. Make sure that you count both of your quantities and put them together to get your answer, okay? Good luck.